Jai Hind, dear student. Today I am here to continue the word problem further, and I am going to start with the fourth exercise. So as in the fourth exercise there are three word problem. So among these three word problem there are two questions which are based on the rectangle. So I am giving you those two questions as homework, that is question number 3 and question number 5. So do try to solve question number 3 and 5 from exercise 4.4. As in the last video we have discussed around 4 to 5 questions from exercise 4.3 and we have given 2 questions as homework. I hope you must have solved it. So I am just proceeding further with exercise 4.3, and there is one different problem related with fourth exercise, that is question number 4. So I am solving question number 4 for you all, and question number 3 and 5 do try to solve, and let's see what is there for question number 4. And if you face any problem in question number 3 and question number 5, feel free to WhatsApp me. And I am doing question number 4 for you all. Is the following situation possible? It means by forming a quadratic equation and by checking whether the value is coming out or not, you will decide that whether the following situation is possible or not. And if possible, so determine the present ages. The sum of the ages of two friends is given as 20 years. Let the sum of ages of two friends is given as 20 years. So if you take, let the age of first friend, if you take the let of first friend to be x, then the age of second friend will be, as the sum is 20, so obviously the second will be 20 minus x years. Now it is given that 4 years ago the product of their ages in years was 48. So according to question, 4 years ago, it means the age of first friend will decrease by 4 and the age of second friend will also decrease by 4, and the product of their ages is 48. So according to the given condition, the equation is x minus 4 times 20 minus x minus 4 equals to 48, as their ages which are being compared, which is 4 years before. So x minus 4 in one bracket and 20 minus x is the age of second friend, so we'll subtract it by 4. So now we'll simplify x minus 4, 16 minus x equals to 48. Now we'll open the bracket, x time, that becomes 16x minus x square minus 64 plus 4x equals to 48. Now sending all towards that side and making it quadratic, and that become x square 16 plus 4 20, that become minus 20x minus 64 gone to that side, that become plus 112 equals to 0. So this is your x square minus 20x plus 112 equals to 0. Now you need to see that whether it will satisfy the given condition or not. So let's get the discriminant possible, whether we'll see that whether it could get the value of d or not. So comparing with the standard equation ax square plus bx plus c, so value of a is 1, b is minus 20 and c is minus 112. So when you get the value of d, which is b square minus 4ac, that become minus 20 square minus 4 into, c is plus 112. So minus 4 into 112, so that become 400 minus 448, value that is coming as minus 48. As you are seeing that the value of d is negative, we conclude that since d is less than 0, therefore no real roots exist. So as you know that when the value of discriminant is 0, then no real root exists. Therefore this situation is not possible. Therefore this given situation is not possible. If in case we get the value of d as equals to 0 or greater than 0, then in that case we would have get the value of x possible, and then we have decided the age of their friend. But accordingly you have seen that the value of d was coming out as negative, and you know that when the value of d is negative, then no real root is possible in that situation. Therefore the given situation is not possible. Same way you will do it for question number 3 and 5, as both are related with the rectangle, and I hope you know how to solve the question on the basis of rectangle. Do try to solve the question, but still if you face any problem, you may WhatsApp me, I'll clarify your doubt. So this is all about exercise 4.4. Now I am giving you some additional questions, some different question which is there from NCERT. So I am rubbing with this. So I am giving you now extra question, and some question I'll give you as homework also. So do try to solve those questions, and again if you face any problem, do share it. So now I'm putting the heading of extra questions now. So now I'm starting the extra questions. Extra questions, we'll see the different question. Like first I am showing it as the first question is taken as just a minute. Okay, 1 upon x minus 1 x minus 2 plus 1 upon x minus 2 times x minus 3 equals to 2 by 3. 1 upon x minus 1 times x minus 2 plus 1 upon x minus 2 times x minus 3 equals to 2 by 3. We have to solve and get the value of x. So here first we'll take the LCM. X minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. Three different terms, will take it as LCM, and the right side will be as it is. X minus 1, x minus 2 is already there, so that will left with x minus 3. X minus 2, x minus 3 is already there, we left with x minus 1. So this will become now x plus x, 2x minus 3 minus 1 minus 4 upon x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3 equals to 2 by 3. As you are clearly seeing that 2 can be taken out as common from the numerator, we will take it out 2 as common, that becomes x minus 2, x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3, that equals to 2 by 3. 2 is cancelled from both, x minus 2 is cancelled. Now we will do the cross multiply. So 3 times x minus 1, x minus 3 equals to 0. Now we'll solve and open the bracket. So that becomes 3 equals to x square minus 3x minus 1x, or you can write it as minus x plus 3. So this is coming after multiplying the bracket. 3 is cancelled from both, so this will become x square minus 4x equals to 0. X could be taken out as common, so that become x minus 4. So value of x is 0, and then when x minus 4 is 0, value of x equals to 4. So your answer is x equals to 0 and x equals to 4. This is your answer. So whenever you get the values in the form of fraction, first take the LCM. After taking the LCM, you will see that most of the steps are being cancelled. You will be left with only 2 terms, so that it will form quadratic. So when it forms quadratic, as you know how to solve a quadratic equation, you may proceed in that way, solve and get the value of x. So this is one question. Question number 1. On the same basis, whichever I am giving you the extra question, I will try to give the same question on that basis as homework, so that you should also practice and get it able to solve. So this is the first question. Now I am giving you the second question. So your second question is now, again here you need to get the value of x, and the question is 5 to the power x plus 1 plus 5 to the power 2 minus x equals to 5 cube plus 1. Oh sorry, 5 cube plus 1 is in the denominator, in the base. So that will become 5 cube plus 1. So here we need to get the value of x. So when the number is there in the form of exponent, so you don't have to worry, you will continue the way you used to continue. So that when you multiply the powers, that become 5 to the power x into 5 to the power 1 plus 5 to the power 2 into 5 to the power minus x equals to 5 cube is 125 and plus 1 is as it is. Now this becomes 5 to the power x into 5 plus 5 square is 25 upon 5 power x, and that becomes 126. 1 5 to the power x in the numerator, 1 5 to the power x in the denominator. That could be replaced by some other value. We'll take let 5 to the power x be y. Now when you take it as y, this becomes 5y plus 25 by y equals to 126. Now we're taking the LCM on the left and arranging in the standard form. So 5y square plus 25 equals to 126y. After taking the LCM, I have sent the y towards the right side. So that becomes 5y square minus 126y plus 25 equals to 0. So this will be a required quadratic equation. Now we'll solve and get the value of y. 25 5s are 125, product should be 125 and the sum should be 126. So numbers could be taken as minus 125y and minus y. As minus 125y and y, that become plus 125y square, and when you add, the sum is minus 126y. Now we'll make the pair 5y square minus 125y in one bracket, minus common y minus 25 in other, 5y common, y minus 5, minus 1 common, y minus 5, 5y minus 25. 5y I have taken common, that y minus 25, this equals to 0, that becomes 5y minus 1, y minus 25 equals to 0. We have got two different values, 5y minus 1 and y minus 25 equals to 0. Now I am rubbing the upper part. Now I will make the product equals to 0. So when you make the product equals to 0, 5y minus 1 0, 5y equals to 1, y equals to 1 by 5, and y minus 25 equals to 0, y equals to 25. Now this y will replace it by 5 to the power x. So we'll see that 5 to the power x equals to 1 by 5. So 5 to the power x equals to 5 to the power minus 1. So value of x equals to minus 1. Similarly, 5 to the power x equals to 25. 5 to the power x equals to 5 square. So value of x equals to 2. So your answer is x equals to 2 and x equals to minus 1. So whenever you get the answer in the form of exponent, no need to worry, you will proceed in the same way. Use law of exponent first to separate the powers. You will get these type of equation, and then use other variable for that power exponential number, and then you will get the quadratic. Solve the quadratic equation, get the value of that new variable, and then use your previous exponential number to get the value of desired value of x. This is your second question. I hope this is clear. Now solving the last question of again different type. Now here it is given that if x equals to minus 5 is the root, if x equals to minus 5 is a root of the इक्वेशन दिया है 2x स्क्वायर प्लस 5x प्लस px minus 15 equals to 0. X equals to minus 5 is a root of this particular equation, and the quadratic equation and the quadratic equation p time x square plus x, p time x square plus x plus k equals to 0 has equal roots. Then find the value of k. Then find k. This is the next question, that x equals to minus 5. This is question number 3. That x equals to minus 5 is a root of the equation 2x square plus px minus 15 equals to 0, and the quadratic equation p time x square plus x plus k equals to 0. Then you have to find the value of k. Now when the word, this is given as root of the equation, that you have also seen in the second chapter polynomial, that when this word root comes, that means this value of x will satisfy the given equation. So we'll simply put the value of x in the given equation and we'll solve. So your solution will be, since x equals to -5 is a root of equation, therefore putting value of x equals to -5 in the equation, we get 2 into -5 square plus p into -5 minus 15 equals to 0. This will put the value -5 square 25, 2 is 50, and this is -5p. This is 50 minus 5p minus 15 equals to 0. 5p sending towards that side, so 35 equals to 5p. So value of p came out as 7. So value of p is 7. So this value of p will put it in the next quadratic equation and will make it quadratic. So whatever extra question I am giving you, do try to copy the same question in your classwork copy. So now when you put the value of p in the given equation, that becomes 7 times x square plus x plus k equals to 0. And here the statement is putting value of p in given quadratic equation. Putting value of p in given quadratic equation. Now here putting the same value of p in the given quadratic equation. This was a quadratic equation, p times x square plus x plus k equals to 0, which has equal root. So first we'll make a quadratic, 7x square plus 7x plus k equals to 0. As now this is quadratic, we'll get the value of a as 7, b as 7 and c as k. And it says that the root of the quadratic equation is equal. So we'll apply the discriminant d equals to 0 to get the value of k. So d is equals to 0 since roots are equal. It is given there. So that become b square minus 4ac equals to 0. 7 square minus 4 into 7 into k equals to 0. 49 minus 28k equals to 0. 49 equals to 28k. K equals to 49 by 28. That becomes 7 by 4. So value of k is 7 by 4. So this is the way you are going to solve and get the value of missing value of k. That if the one root of the equation is given, you will use that value to put it in the given equation whose root is given to get the missing value of the variable. After getting the missing value of variable, related with that, one more quadratic equation is given where it says that the roots of that equation is equals to 0. The roots of that equations are equal. So we will apply the concept of d equals to 0, as when the roots are equal, then the discriminant is 0, and then you apply b square minus 4ac from the given equation, get the value of a, b and c, put the value and solve and get the value of k. This is the way you are going to solve for the missing value of k. I hope those 3 additional questions which I gave you are clear. Again, if you see that there is some problem in understanding, feel free to share. So this is all about the additional question. And I am giving you some question as homework. I hope this is clear. So I am rubbing it now. I am writing the homework question. So your homework questions are now so first question is 1 upon x plus 1 plus 2 upon x plus 2 equals to 4 upon x plus 4. 4 upon x plus 4. Don't try to cancel 2 with this, 1 with this, 4 with this. It cannot be cancelled. Always remember, cancellation in the numerator and denominator is possible only when there is a sign of multiplication. So don't try to cancel. You have to take the LCM and then you have to proceed as I have shown you in the first question. So second is now x minus 4 upon x minus 5 plus x minus 6 upon x minus 7 equals to 10 by 3. Here also you need to take the LCM and continue. X minus 4 by x minus 5, x minus 6 by x minus 7 equals to 0. And then the third is given as if x equals to minus 2 is a root of the equation 3x square plus 7x plus p equals to 0, and the quadratic equation x square plus k time 4x plus k minus 1 plus p equals to 0 has equal roots. Then find the value of k. This is the 3 questions which I am giving as homework. As we have solved you the question on these basis also, so you may do try to solve this question. I am just recapitulating the question. If x equals to minus 2 is a root of the equation 3x square plus 7x plus p equals to 0, and the quadratic equation x square plus k time 4x plus k minus 1 plus p equals to 0. The quadratic equation 4x x square plus k time 4x plus k minus 1 plus p equals to 0 to find the value of k. So these 3 questions I have given you as homework. I have given question number 3 and 5 of exercise 4.4 also as homework. So those questions which I am giving as homework, those do try to solve those questions. But unless and until you try more and more questions, the concept related with that won't be clear. So do try to solve more questions. In my next class, I'll again try to give you more questions as additional, so that you will see that the different types of questions which are there in quadratic, I'll make you solve all those type of questions. So do practice as much as you can. As you know that practice makes a man perfect. So keep on practicing the new question. This is the question you may copy. So this is all about today's video. Stay safe, stay happy. Happy learning. Thank you.